Minutes from May 15th.
Oh, you doing
I
subcommittee?
didn't see any changes.
Yeah,
Did
this is
anyone else?
facilities. Yeah.
Oh,
Any changes?
Oh, she's
No?
the chairman.
Okay. All right, an update on CTE project.
Do you want to have a vote on that?
Yeah, oh yeah, sorry, right.
Okay.
Can I have a motion to accept the minutes from May 15th?
Yes.
Ross, seconded by Walter. All those in favor? Peter, you're in favor? Well, you're not on the committee, yeah. You want on the committee? Oh, how many are on this committee that are here? Walter? Two.
Just Ross and I. You?
Yeah, Walter, Ross, Lisa.
We did it all.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
missing a couple. Okay,
Yeah.
great. All right, so CTE project.
Yes, we're on the verge of really starting to go to town. The interior is basically laid out. Looks good, and they're doing all the wiring and everything above the ceilings right now. So Bruce and I had a chance to walk the complex the other day, and so we're pretty close to Steele's here. They're building the stairwell, the added stairwell, which is the only piece of new construction going on. And then the masons will be called in once the steel's in place, and the walls will start being erected. But inside, we're doing pretty well. So overall, we're a touch behind for a number of reasons, but I think we'll really be picking up the pace during the month of late June and early July.
Great, thank you. Locker room availability in the fall.
Well, we have good news. In meeting with the contractor, we will have access to the locker rooms in pre-season, so we won't be using the north wing like we thought last week. So they've got everything done that they wanted to get done, and so we will. The bottom line is we'll have access, so we'll have a normal fall with the use of the locker rooms.
Great, and field use in the fall.
Again, at that same meeting, we've worked out a solid plan on the side of the building, so we will be playing soccer on the soccer field, and it'll be handicapped accessible, parking lots will be open, so we're all set. So any of the rumors out there that we're going to do this and going to do that, we're going to have a very normal fall.
Great, okay, good. All right, other business.
All set on facility.
Okay, any questions for Mark or Bruce? Okay, so our next meeting is
It'll be in August.
August.
Yep. And we'll get those dates out to you. We'll actually, at your July retreat, we'll give you a master calendar and see what you think.
Okay, a motion to adjourn? Peter? Oh, you can, that's right. Who can? Bernie, you can. Seconded by Ross? All those in favor? Okay, great.
Agenda review and disposition, any
All set, Mr. Chairman.
approval of the minutes? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes approved. Budget update?
If you'd start with the revenues, if you take a rundown through the revenues, you'll find that we're in terrific shape. That we've hit or far exceeded our revenue goals, which means that we will have excess revenue that will go toward the unreserved fund balance. It's a little bit skewered because if you look at the construction, other, you can see the 8.5 million, and it says we've only taken 1.8 million. You have to take that out of this equation because they're not annual revenues. That's just the tracking of the construction costs. As you remember, we have not taken the bond yet. We're working off a line of credit. So, as you can see so far, we've authorized 1.8 million toward the $8 million fee. The reimbursement is coming nicely too from the state. So we're in pretty good shape there. But we will keep the books open probably till around July 15th on revenues. Those Medicaid revenues will be coming in till about the 15th of July. And so all of that will go toward the unreserved fund balance. So all in all, on the revenue side, we've hit our targets, we've done well, and that's a good thing. Appropriations, you can take a look at the chart. Find mine. You can see the unexpended balance at 607. Take out the special ed borrowing, brings it to 503. And then there's a couple of expenditures that Dan is noting there. So you have a balance of about $500,000. We also have $103,000 in current retained fund balance. So what we need to do is come up with, for next year, told the voters we'd give back $223,680. So with $103,680, it means our target money that we need to hit the unreserved fund balance will be about $120,000, and that probably may come from excess revenues, because if you take the 104 out, it's on both sides of the appropriation and revenues. If you take that out, we're running about $65,000 ahead in revenue, excess revenues, so that will be a help. So overall, we're doing very, very well. We have 3 special ed situations that I would like to talk to you about in non-public session that will affect the budget if the board acts. So, but I would hold on that because we're talking about individual cases that perhaps in public somebody could be identified. So I'd like to hold on that till non-public session. So all in all, the budget looks good, and we've had a good year. Phil?
Could you explain the special ed borrowing?
Yes. We're authorized in a warrant article to, if we need to, borrow up to $100,000. And the $4,000 would be an interest cost.
Yeah.
And so we put that on the appropriation side, and we also put it on the revenue side. So it nets itself to zero, so it doesn't have any impact on the budget. And we've never used that authority. We've never had to.
Okay. And it's at a set amount.
Yes.
Okay, that's.
Yeah, it's $100,000 for
Yeah, okay.
principal and $4,000 for interest.
Okay. So is that not the money we would borrow from the state in anticipation of?
No, it's money we'd borrow from a bank, and then the state would reimburse us through catastrophic aid the following fiscal year.
Are districts still allowed to borrow in anticipation of payment from the state like they used to be able to?
If they have authority from the district meeting like we do.
Right. We do?
Yes.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I've seen this in the budget.
Yeah.
I never realized.
There's a warrant
there was
article that
right,
responds
yeah,
to that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I never realized that there was a set amount.
Any further questions on the budget, either on the revenue side or the appropriation side? If not, thank you, Mac. Ashland School District Memorandum of Understanding. You presumably have seen the latest version of that, which was crafted by the administration in response to our concerns. I reviewed it, and I think it's now appropriate for an agreement between 2 different school districts. Whatever agreements they're going to make between superintendents and none of our business. That's a supervisory union agreement that has to go before SAU board. Any questions by anybody? If not, are you ready to authorize the chairman to sign this memorandum of understanding for the Penny Baker School District?
So moved.
And recommend to the full board, okay, second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll go to the full board in a meeting. SUD committee reports.
The subcommittee reports, and that's linked to the committees that were formed by the board with the association. You may want to meet in non-public session because these are collective bargaining issues.
Why don't we do that?
Yeah.
We'll refer that to non-public. Alcohol drug policy.
We just want to reiterate that if we could have, we'll have something ready for you at the retreat. Remember, that was the change in the, it was a wholesale change, quite frankly, in the way we look at suspensions and things like that, so. But Sam, your committee was working on that?
Yes, we have a meeting next week.
Okay, great. So,
Do you have the date, Sam? What's the date?
Next Friday,
Next Friday.
week from this Friday.
29.
29, right.
And you'll be bringing that to the full board, or to, I guess not back to this committee, but
No.
to the full
we'll
board.
try and
at
deal with
the,
it at a retreat.
At the retreat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
And that's off our agenda. Collective bargaining committee status and issues, we're gonna do that non-public.
Mhm.
Other business.
All set, Mr. Chairman.
The matters want to be brought up by the committee members, or non-committee members? If not, we will have a meeting in August, you said? Or are we gonna meet sooner?
No, we're doing non-public at the end of the regular meeting. We'll go right to the regular meeting as people do.
You have to do another public here too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you, we're gonna meet in August, or are we gonna meet sooner?
August, yeah.
So our next meeting is August, the third Tuesday of August, or the first Tuesday of August?
We're going to decide that at retreat. You guys will
Okay.
take a look at your calendars and see where people are.
Any matters brought up by any committee members, or any other members of the board? If not, motion to adjourn,
So moved.
seconded? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.
So we'll call, what's this one? Program and staffing to order.
Yes, Madam Chair.
To remember what meeting I chaired. Okay, agenda review and disposition?
All set.
Okay. Unless there are any changes to the minutes from May 15th, they'll stand approved as written. Okay, and schedules?
Schedules are out. Students and faculty members have their schedules. We appreciate everyone's patience, dealing with personnel issues, also the number of faculty to have or not have, and also room assignments as we work with the contractor. So there was a bit of a delay, and hopefully we won't experience that next year. But they're out, and people seem semi-satisfied, as far as you can be satisfied at this time of year, right?
Any questions for Mark about that? All right, fall athletic coaches nominations?
Yes, after non-public, and after the full board meeting, we'll publicly announce, or I'll publicly nominate fall coaches, and also some extended school year appointments for faculty members.
Okay, in non-public.
Yep.
All right. Any other business?
I have none, Madam Chair.
Okay, future meetings again sometime in August, and do I hear a motion to adjourn? Bernie, second? Okay, all in favor? Thank you.
All right, it being 6 o'clock, I'd like to start the meeting. Agenda review and disposition.
All set, Madam Chair.
Unless there are any corrections or amendments to the minutes of June 5th, they stand approved as written. I guess we don't have any members of the public or students, so Mr. Halloran, you're on.
Actually, everything I have, Madam Chair, is in the committee reports or under discussion items.
All right. Mr. Parsons.
Good, Madam Chair. I'm just checking people out.
All right. I guess we'll go into the committee reports
All
then.
right, so that was me, facilities. We had an update on the the CTE project. We're just a touch behind, but we're looking good. New stairwell is being erected. Locker rooms will have access in the fall. That looks like we're not going to be as inconvenienced as we thought we were before. Field use, we're going to be playing soccer. Parking lots will be open. That looks great. And we have a meeting in August, not really sure when. And that's it.
All right, I wonder it was so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Policy and budget?
Yes, we had a meeting following the facilities meeting. We directed our attention to the budget. First, the revenues. We're in excellent shape on the revenue side. And right now showing a surplus of $500,000. But we have some matters to discuss with this full board with respect to special ed that wasn't anticipated at the time we did the budget, and that we would like to encumber some money. What was the total number on that?
$435,000.
$435,000 of that $500,000 would be encumbered for special ed for 4 students?
3 students.
3 students. And it may come to pass that none of it or some of it or whatever is needed, but we'll have it. We won't have to go to the state, we won't have to go to the banks to borrow it. We'll have it in our account. If we don't do it, we don't need it, and next year then the money will be available to us to take as part of our reserve fund balance next year. So that is the first motion to come out of our committee. That is to encumber $435,000 for special ed.
So all those in favor of encumbering 435,000, thank you, it just doesn't flow easily, for special ed, as recommended by the committee.
Aye.
Aye.
Any abstaining or against? Okay, thank you.
On the expenditure side, there are still a few matters to be dealt with, but that is looking good. Our estimates were good. We met our projections, and we'll have those final numbers sometime after July 15th. Right?
Yes.
The next item we took up was the Ashland School District Memorandum of Understanding. You all have a copy of that. Probably was in your packet on your computers, but it's also been handed out today. The committee has reviewed it and is in agreement with it, and is recommending to the full board that the school board chairman be authorized to endorse the memorandum of understanding between the Ashland School District, Pemmy Baker School District, on behalf of the Pemmy Baker School District.
So all those in favor of the memorandum of understanding?
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? Thank you.
We had on our agenda the subcommittee reports. Those are going to be referred to our meeting in Waterville Valley, so we report out at that time of those matters. We have nothing for you. Same with collective bargaining issues. There was no other business to come before the meeting, and we adjourn.
Thank you. Program and staffing.
Yes, we met tonight as well and approved the minutes. Mr. Parsons told us that the schedules are out and being adjusted a little bit here and there. And then we went into non-public for fall athletic coaches nominations and summer school nominations. And that was it for us.
You want to approve those?
Do we need
Yes,
to?
yep.
Yeah,
I would,
okay.
I would nominate the slate of coaches that's in front of you for the fall season of 2018.
Okay.
And the summer school, or do you want to do them separate?
Pardon?
Do you want?
Extended
Do
school.
them
Oh,
separate? Okay.
separate, yeah.
Okay. So all those in favor of the slate for the fall coaches? Recommended by the committee, opposed or abstaining?
And I would also like to nominate the slate of nominations for summer school for 2018.
All those in favor of the summer school nominations? Looks like that's unanimous too, all right?
Thank you.
That
Do you
was,
need-
That was it?
for us, yeah.
Was there anything from SCC?
No.
No.
board member concerns? Oh no, we have discussion items, don't we?
Yes.
Let's not cut the meeting too short.
As you know, we had a vacancy in Rumney, and that's been filled by Maureen O'Hara, who is currently in Montana today, but will be available for your retreat in Rumney, and she's made a commitment to finish out the rest of the year. Perhaps if we get lucky, Maureen will continue on, but it's not kind of her to do that. Maureen's a retired principal. She did work for us in the early 90s in Rumney, did a terrific job, and spent most of her career in Billerica, Massachusetts, and now has moved back to Rumney in retirement. So Maureen, I think you'll enjoy Maureen very much. Very pleasant and positive person. I think you'll enjoy her. And then Kate Shaw is going to step down from her position in Thornton, and so we will need a replacement for Kate. And Cappy, you've perhaps chatted with folks?
We've left messages for each other, but no, haven't
Okay.
had the opportunity
All right.
to chat, so.
Well, we can bring it up again at the retreat and see if we can fill the seat at the retreat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for discussion items?
That's it, Madam Chair.
Do I hear a motion to go into non-public for
We don't have to. We're all done. We did.
I thought there was a leave, someone requesting
Oh,
leave.
yes, collective bargaining. I'm sorry. Yes, the subcommittees. Pardon me.
Peter, did I see that hand up?
You did.
Maureen, seconded,